All right. Good evening, everyone. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. I literally wait for Thursday night every week now. It has become my favorite night of the week. I would like to welcome everyone in. I would like to start off by saying thank you for being here. And tonight I want to tonight I want to thank you, and I want to leave you with a little bit of something. At the end of tonight, if I am successful, I will have left you with a little bit of something, and hopefully, it'll be something that you can take with you, you can share with others, and you can use as a seed to grow upon. So, like I said, welcome everyone. My name is Jordan Bloomingdale. I am a sales director with this amazing company that we're going to talk about this evening. And like I said before, I want to thank you again for joining this call tonight. Your presence here means a lot to me. It means a lot to the team, and I am extremely excited to share this incredible opportunity with you. But before I do that, I want to take a step back and I want to tell you a story. So in 2019, pre-pandemic, as most of us I think these days are calling it, I was in a position in my life where I said enough is enough. My credit was in shambles. I had spent years trying to get rid of collections, pay off debt, let alone putting money back. And on top of being newly married, you can only imagine. I mean, it was rough to say the least. It was one of those years that honestly, as much good happened for me that year is honestly one of those years that I just want to leave in the rear view and never have to repeat. Meanwhile, I was stuck working a corporate America job. It required me to commute an hour and a half one way, so 3 hours round trip. I was still struggling to make ends meet. I had more bills than money. And no matter how hard I worked at those 40 hours, 50 hours, 60 hours, my credit score would not budge. I remember it being as low as a 480. And I remember the embarrassment. I remember feeling the helplessness of not being able to get qualified, not being able to help me and my new bride move closer to our financial goals, move closer to being able to buy a house, move closer to, being able to get a sustainable car. All of those things that, make life a little bit better. But as they say, God works in mysterious ways, right? So one night I'm laying in bed and, we're sitting there, I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I come across a lady who I'll actually introduce you to here shortly, who was actually advertising credit repair. I didn't know her from Adam, but I decided to reach out. And we had multiple conversations. And jokingly, I say that she actually she actually continued to follow up with me for about 8 months. We had about 8 or 9 months of going back and forth. And it wasn't until after that she gained my trust and she ended up introducing me to what I'm going to introduce to you tonight. And if we're lucky, it won't take 8 months for you to see the value. But what happened after those 8 months? Like I said, my credit was a mess. I didn't know where to look. I didn't know who to call. I didn't know, this, that, and the other. And so I just left it. For the longest time, I just left it. And that is until I actually started with this program, United Wealth Education, and its program called UCES that I'll introduce you to you here in a second. So After years of trying to pay collections, failing at budgeting, barely being able to save more than $50 before I just blow it at some restaurant or some bar the following Friday night, I actually got started. And would you believe in my first 4 months, I saw an increase of 130 points. I think it was 126 to be exact. My credit score went up to a 680 and it's still rising to today. I'm still working on it because, like they say, it's a lifestyle change. So, as I'm continuing to build it, this is the foundation upon which I did so. As you can see here, documentation beats conversation any day of the week. 11 negative items removed, collections, charge offs, even late payment history is incredible. So, who thinks that was a pretty good case study, right? Like that kind of gave you a little bit of everything. Well, I want to top it. I would like to introduce you to a lady that I mentioned previously, who I came across when I was scrolling. Her name is Reza Santiago. She was a single mom going through divorce, working 60 hours again, you know, more month than money. In fact, it's commonly said, when we're talking about this lady, she left everything. She had $1.07 left in her checking account. And I don't know about you, but just looking at her results here, I think we can both agree that it paid off. Within 90 days of being in this program, she was able to see an 196-point increase in her credit score. Her credit score shot up to a 710. She saw 64 negative items deleted, including a Chapter 7 bankruptcy. And as they say, the rest is history. So, this company that I talk about, this mysterious silent partner, who is this company? Well, United Credit Education Services is literally a company that walks the walk and talks the talk. I mean, you can read on the screen, we all know English, but the point, the simple of it is they put people first, they take pride in the products, and they create the most intuitive technology in the financial literacy and financial services industry. So, what does that mean? Because that's kind of a long mouthful. So, what they do is they have a protection plan that I'm going to show you here in just a minute. They were established in 2004, and the UCES protection plan has been helping clients improve their credit profile and financial well-being ever since. So here's a couple of bullet points to kind of put it in an easy way. Established over 20 years ago, they have a commitment to helping families across the country. They offer a range of products and services tailored to their needs, and leading by example, they are a debt-free company demonstrating financial responsibility. So I think we can all say that sounds like someone to have in our corner, right? And it's a good thing that we have someone like that available to be in our corner because, as you can see on the screen, times are tough right now. I mean, we've got inflation, we've got the election right around the corner. Who knows what's going to happen after the end of the year? We've got the economy that, rates are going up, down, sideways, backwards, who knows what. The industry's net charge-off ratio is actually expected to increase. And get this, over 30% of respondents that were um, that were studied, that were tallied, actually expect lower credit quality this year for consumer, auto, and real estate loans. So, I mean, you can see 43 million Americans, 1 in 3. This is actually going up. Sorry. It's now closer to 1 in 3. About 90 to 100 million Americans have a credit score of 599 or less. 1.2% of all Americans only have, only 1.2% of Americans have the best possible credit score of an 850. So if you're thinking, well, I don't want to tell anybody because they probably aren't in the same boat as I am. Actually, you have a better chance of someone being in that first boat of a 599 credit score or less than you do of having an 850. And then last but not least, roughly 20% of adults in the US, so approximately 52.8 million, have either no credit score or no recent credit activity. So our country thrives on where there is a problem, offer a solution. And I want to take you through a few more statistics before I get to that solution, but I want you to think through each and every one of these as we're going through them and kind of keep them tucked in the back of your mind, because we're going to provide a solution to every one of these problems tonight. So first and foremost, 1.4 million identity theft claims were made in 2020. We all remember what happened then. 14.6 trillion in American household debt was reported as of 2021. 64% of Americans are expected to retire with less than $10,000 in a savings account. 60% of Americans lack a will or estate planning trust. And in just one decade, student loan balances have jumped 150%. We all know what's going on in the news. I don't want to politicize anything. I want you to see the raw facts. Okay. But like I said at the beginning, I want to give you something outside of all those statistics. I want to give you something that you can take with you tonight, starting with how your credit score is actually calculated. So whether you knew it or not, it's not just some mumbo jumbo that, there's an algorithm and excuse me, there's an algorithm and you have to breathe a certain way or else it's going to drop, or you have to be 35 before you get it. No, this is how it's calculated. Your payment history. 35% of your score is your on-time payments versus your delinquencies. 30% is your credit utilization. How much are you putting on those credit cards? 15% is your length of credit. How long have you had your accounts open? Please do not listen to anyone telling you to close a credit card account. It can do nothing but hurt your credit score. And then the last 20% is split between new credit inquiries, also called hard inquiries, the number of inquiries and new accounts opened in the last 12 to 18 months, and types of credit. So this is going to be your installment loans, so like your mortgage, your auto loans, etc., and your revolving loans, which are going to be your credit cards. Okay, so again, keep thinking about all those statistics we talked about. But I want to ask you a question based off of this slide here. Who with us tonight would like to purchase a home in, let's say, the next 6 to 18 months? I know not everyone is on camera tonight, and that's okay. So if you are, you could put a hand in the comments, or you can just figuratively, mentally think to yourself whether you are in that boat or not. Those who have, or who would like to, and those who have spoken with a lender already, maybe even had your credit ran, I want to ask you a follow-up question. Did your lender talk to you about the differences in interest rates? Did he or she explain to you what can happen if you come in with a 590 versus a 790, a 480 versus a 680? If not, I need you to look at this and I need you to pay very, very close attention to me for just 1 second. Most of the time, we read these interest rates or these APRs as just another statistic on the window sticker of a new car or at the app on the application of a new credit card. But in reality, as you can see, this drastic difference, it can either save you or it can cost you thousands. I'm not exaggerating. Thousands of dollars over the lifetime of that loan. Okay. So let's keep moving on. Across all of 2021, when it comes to budgeting, it was found 65% of Americans don't have one. So again, food for thought. Do you have a budget? If you do, is it still being maintained? If it's not, when was the last time it was? Food for thought. Savings. 1 in 5 Americans didn't save any money in 2021. Think about everything we went through the year prior. Think about everything we've gone through since. Wouldn't it be nice to have had saved some money before everything doubled, tripled in price at the grocery store? And then last but not least, credit cards. These couple of statistics right here, just it doesn't matter how many times I say it, it always astounds me. The average credit card debt per household with monthly carryover, I'm going to come back to that in a second, is just over $14,000 each month. Not every year, each month. With the total hitting 787 billion. Okay. The average APR, think about that interest rate that we just talked about, is 17%. Could you imagine a 17% interest rate on a house? People would lose their minds. They'd rather crawl into a cardboard box. They'd rather try and squat in somebody's garage. 17%. But people open these applications like they're going out of style. 55 million households that have credit card debt are only paying that interest. Now, I want to go back to the 14,000 for just a moment. The average credit card debt per household with monthly carryover is over $14,000. This means that 17% of $14,000 is interest. And that is what people are paying on just to be able to keep it current. I want to let that sink in for just a second, because that right there, I could end the call and that would be life-changing if you put it into application. Okay. Again, hope you're taking notes. So as we get into the solution, I appreciate you sticking with me thus far. As we get into the solution, I want to preface this by saying you, as an American, can restore your credit score. You, as an American, have the right under the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, to know what is on your credit reports and have the ability to dispute and or investigate any item on those reports at any given time. Okay. Now, the meat and potatoes. I would like to introduce you to the UCES Protection Plan. This is a protection plan that provides its members with comprehensive services to help you improve your credit scores and your overall financial health. See, UCES believes not in just signing up a customer, taking their money, saying, come back in 90 days and I will have you an 850 credit score. That's not going to do anyone any good. UCES believes that it's more responsible to teach a person how to fish rather than just have them pay for the fish, right? So as a member, you will actually have access to our team of experts who are working tirelessly on your behalf to address inaccuracies, errors, and derogatory items on your credit reports. So again, like I said, you as an American have the right, but it doesn't mean that you have to do it alone. So I want to go through the process here for just a second. When you start, you will actually receive a personalized consultation to review your credit reports and identify any negative items impacting your score. The team then will initiate disputes with the credit bureaus on your behalf to challenge inaccuracies and any questionable items. And they will continue to follow up with the credit bureaus and the creditors to ensure that the necessary corrections are being made to your credit reports. Okay. So that's what our team is doing. While they are doing that, and throughout the rest of the process, we are going to work with you and you will have access to the rest of these services. You'll have access to build and maintain a budget correctly and responsibly. You will receive valuable financial education and guidance on how to continue to build your score, how to monitor your score, how to pay off and build a plan for any current debt. You'll be able to utilize the YFL Family Mint that we'll get to here momentarily. If you need it, you have access to the credit attorneys in addition to the team working on your behalf, and so on and so forth. After your credit has been repaired, UCES will continue to monitor your score and your reports to ensure that their hard work and your hard work is maintained and you can continue to keep your score in a tip-top shape. So with this protection plan, you can literally rest assured that you have a dedicated team working to help you achieve your financial goals and improve your credit worthiness. So I want to take a moment because I believe that the bottom line is one of the most important aspects. It's not the most important, but it is right up there, right? So I want to go ahead and get this out of the way because I believe that everything that I showed you is well beyond the price tag that's being offered. So your consultation fee and the first month of access to the protection plan is just a one-time fee of $179. That's it. $179, done. And then just $89 per month thereafter. Okay. But as they say in show business, that's not all. I want to talk to those who are looking for something more. I want to talk to those for just a moment and tell you that there can be something a little bit more. And I want to go into another portion of how this opportunity has not only changed my life, but has changed the lives of so many individuals and so many moms, dads, uncles, aunts, even grandparents throughout our great country. And so I personally have been helping families nationwide for 5 years. I've used my testimony to build a nationwide restoration franchise. That testimony that I spoke to at the beginning with the 11 negative items, the 130-point increase. And today, as a sales director, our business generates over $10,000 in sales revenue every 30 days. But I have to take a moment and I have to be completely honest with you. It's not about what I've been able to do alone, but rather as a part of a nationwide team and a support system that I've seen success and been able to get training. I've learned from other leaders. I've sat in rooms with the top income earners in our community. And I've been able to share conversations with business owners that have helped me see the success that I've been able to see. We've been able to create hundreds of thousands of success stories in the last 5 years. And tonight, I want to show you exactly why credit repair and why now. So, I would like to introduce you to another leg of this amazing, amazing opportunity called United Wealth Education. To reiterate, this company is one that sorry, this company is one that you and your family can rely on. Like I said earlier, 20 years in business, products and services designed to help families just like yours and those that you know, leading by example, completely debt free, and a dedicated and consistent team management that is going to help you no matter what you need, what kind of support you need. And that's important because when you consider that we have such a huge goal in front of us, remember that statistic that we talked about? The 47 million going up to almost 100 million with a 599 credit score or less. Being in business in all 50 states sounds great, but when you consider that number, it's up to us to get this information out and in front of as many as we possibly can. And when you think about that, the task does seem a little bit tougher, right? But starting a credit repair business can be and is a very, very smart move, especially when you don't have to worry about the nitty gritty details. You don't have to worry about actually writing the letters. You don't have to worry about, teaching a class per se and being the absolute expert. Let me ask a question. How many people have heard of the gig economy? So others, some people may have heard about Grubhub, Uber, Lyft, Airbnb. These are all examples of how the gig economy has literally upended industry after industry. And it's no different with ours. The way it works is you refer clients to our platform and the company actually takes care of the rest. No need to worry about the complexity of credit restoration. They handle everything from restoration to technology, paperwork, and customer service. They've got it all covered. So literally all you are required to do is focus on referrals while they do the heavy lifting. But get this, it's not just enough to be able to get paid for referring. They actually want to benefit you through the opportunity of passive income. And we're going to talk about both of those types of compensation right now. So again, meat and potatoes. I want to get this out of the way because this is a very important part to this opportunity. So as a client, I want to break this down as easily as possible. As a client, you pay the $179 and then $89 a month. Okay. For an additional $111, you can actually be provided a turnkey referral business. And I'm going to go through a little bit more in depth, just exactly what that means and what it comes with. So first and foremost, you will receive a personalized agent website to promote your business and attract clients effortlessly. You'll have access to professional marketing materials. as well as you'll be able to enjoy your weekly pay as you enroll people into the system, along with live agent and customer support to assist you every step of the way. You'll have access to an online back office where you can track your commissions, rewards, and bonuses in real time. And once you hit the first title, which I'll explain what that means here in just a moment, you'll actually qualify for life insurance without a medical exam, which is going to provide you and your family that additional financial security. So let's dive a little bit deeper. So, like I said, you will earn a commission of $100 for each protection plan member that you refer. Again, you're not writing the letters, you're not building out their budget, you are referring them to this amazing, amazing comprehensive protection plan. Earning that $100 can be actually really significant. It can serve as a valuable supplement to your current income. It can help you cover bills, groceries, or even save for vacation. Over time, these actually can accumulate, providing you with financial stability and even the freedom to pursue your own dreams. This can be a stepping stone to your financial freedom. You can use the extra income to invest in your family's future, whether it's saving for your children's education, buying a home, or even planning for retirement. On top of that, you get a residual, direct residual, $12 a month per client. So, for example, if you have 5 clients, that's a residual $60 a month. If you have 10 clients that you've helped, that's a residual $120 a month. If you have 20 clients, that is a residual, meaning do the work once, get paid over and over, $240 each and every month that they are benefiting from the protection plan. But I want to talk about this program for just a second. So we have what we call the Strive for 5. This is really amazing. I mean, because just the $100, one client a month will cover your $89, right? But with our Power of 5 program, if you refer 5 active customers or agents, you will qualify to have your $89 waived, meaning you'll get your services for free, saving you the $89 a month. Plus, you will have a credit restoration franchise with 0 overhead. And by simply referring 5, you can enjoy our services for free and build your credit restoration without worrying about any fees. I mean, it is a win-win. Could you imagine if your local Chick-fil-A owner was given the opportunity to have a Chick-fil-A without any overhead? I mean, he would tear down your door trying to figure out how to complete that Strive for 5, right? So, 3 different ways, extremely easy. You've got your personal commission. For each protection plan sale, you earn a one-time $100, no limit on how many of these customers you can acquire. You get a personal residual in the form of an additional $12 per month. So, for example, if you acquire 10 personal protection plans each month for a total of 12 months, you would make $1,440 monthly residual. And then, of course, the Strive for 5. So you can earn up to $500 commission and $60 residual while having a $0 overhead business. Pretty good, right? Well, like I said before, it just keeps getting better and better. So on top of all of that, you will actually earn 3 more streams of income. starting with overriding commissions. So if you decide that you want to bring on friends and family, doesn't have to be. It can be strangers on the internet. It can be people in your profession. But if you decide that you want to offer this opportunity to others and build a team, you will actually earn $3 for every protection plan that they bring in. Okay. So you build a team of 200 agents, let's say. Again, completely optional. You don't have to. But if you decide to, and each of those agents acquire 10 protection plans, 10 customers, you will earn up to $6,000 in residual monthly income. Okay. Number 5, your CAB. This is what we call the customer acquisition bonus. For each personally sponsored agent that you go out and help them get started, and they bring in 2 protection plans, you earn, starting with $100 for that agent, on up to $550 for each subsequent agent as you move up the ladder. So let's dive into that one, those last two, just a little bit more. So a customer acquisition bonus. Let's say you get started and you are opening up your own business, okay? And your business associate that in your profession, let's say you're a real estate agent, for instance, and one of your fellow real estate agents says, "Hey, that seems like a really smart idea. How do you get started? How do you do that? What's it all about?" We show them the information and they say, "You know what? Yeah, makes a lot of sense to me. Let's get started." When you bring on that fellow agent and they go out there, hit the ground running, make some phone calls, and they get their first 2 customers, you actually get paid an indirect residual income of $3 per customer that they bring in, plus whatever cab bonus that you qualify for at the title that you are at. So if you're an agent, you get paid an additional $100. If you're a field trainer, $160. If you're a senior field trainer, $240, all the way up to $550 per agent just for helping them get their business started. So to add what I mentioned earlier regarding trainings and support, here's just a few examples. I've heard it said that entrepreneurship can be looked at as being paid to become the best version of yourself. And just looking at a few of these, it's kind of easy to see how that can happen with really not too much effort. So, as we near the end of the presentation, remember, you have options. This is all that this presentation is about. I wanted to give you something that you can take back with you. I wanted to teach you a few things about today's state of affairs within our great country. But then I wanted to give you a solution on how to help you and your fellow network if they need it. So, option 1, you can become a customer. You'll benefit from our credit restoration and protection plan services. Or option 2, you get the same great services as a customer, but you also have the opportunity to refer others to the platform and earn commissions. With the agent option, you will also have the chance to waive the $89 fee just by referring 5 active customers or fellow agents to the platform. So the choice is yours, whether you want to simply benefit from the services or you want to take advantage of this lucrative earning opportunity, that's really all that it is about. So, again, I want to personally thank you for taking time out of your Thursday night to gain this information. As you think over the information you've seen tonight, you know that you have options. What I would like you to do is think about it. The choice is yours, whether you want to play full out and gain the membership and become a business partner. If you want to simply take advantage of the protection plan, or if you already have excellent credit and simply just want to pass our agents referrals, we truly appreciate you being here. Please think it over. I hope you took copious notes tonight. Get back with the agent who invited you with any questions. And we want to invite you and your friends back next week, same time, same place, to have them hear it and to get anything that you may have missed tonight. So again, thank you so much. And I hope you have a great evening.